When I want to be sad, I'll be sad. Yeah, I don't know why I was gonna go after that. I think when movies or TV shows have like unexpected deaths, those are the hardest to handle. So today, I'll be going over some of the saddest deaths I've seen in fiction, in no particular order. I'm just going with the flow. But before we go, spoiler warning: if you haven't seen any of these movies or TV shows, yeah, spoiler warning.
Let's go. Good. Hey.
Spidey, I know, I know. This was such a sad scene and an amazing performance by Andrew Garfield. I was 9 in the theater watching Spider Man cry, and when Spider Man cries, man, I cry too. But rewatching the scene as I got older made me realize how much worse Peter had it. Because you see the build up between the relationship of Peter and Gwen with the first movie, then the second movie, and watching Peter make a promise to Captain Stacy, promise to not intervene with Gwen Stacy's life, and to watch Peter's whole world end in seconds for breaking that promise, tragic. When I rewatch this movie, I know I want to skip the scene because it's so sad. It really breaks my heart for Peter Parker. This movie will always break me.
And what's that? My entire goddamn skeleton, dickhead.
As an Invincible fan, Rex sacrificing himself was not on my bingo card if you told me from season 1. I thought he was gonna die much earlier, because obviously he got his brains shot out. And I was like, surely he can't die now. I mean, they revived him, he's still alive. But Rex's character development was growing on me. He was becoming more humble, and Mance was falling in love. But for him sacrificing himself, proving the hero that he is for his loved ones, really touched me, and I didn't really expect him to die like that. But I'm really excited of what season 4 has to offer. Rex, I'll always remember you in my book.
I'm sure of it now. I leave the rest to you.
Seeing Pervy Sage getting jumped 1v6 was crazy. What's worse is that it was his former student, Nagato, once a hopeful kid, turned into the villain Jiraiya tried to prevent. Jiraiya carried guilt, regret, and loneliness for years, but he never let it turn him better. He kept smiling, he kept teaching, he kept believing. And when he died alone, at the hands of the person he once cared for, and still thinking about Naruto's future. I think that's what makes Jiraiya's death more tragic. Not just that he suffered, but that he suffered quietly, and still chose hope.
If he dies, he dies.
Watching Apollo Creed getting heavily decimated in the ring while Rocky was forced to watch was gut-wrenching. It was very sad because it wasn't just a loss in the ring, it was like the loss of friendship, a mentor, and like a piece of Rocky himself. Apollo didn't just lose a fight, he literally paid it with his life. The Rocky movies themselves just hit hard, but I think the fourth one and the first one hit the hardest. As a big Harry Potter fan, there's a lot of deaths in Harry Potter, but the one that hit me the most was Sirius Black. Sirius Black's death in Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix is one of the most painful moments in the entire franchise, in my opinion. Sirius wasn't just Harry Potter's godfather. He was like the only real family Harry had, other than like Hermione, Ron, the Weasleys. You know what I mean. But Harry finally found someone that believed in him and like loved him like a son. And when it just felt like Harry might actually have a home one day, it was ripped away just like that. And what's even more sadder is just like how sudden it was. No goodbye, no final words, just a glance. Me Before You is such an underrated romance movie. I really liked it. If you haven't watched it, please pause this video and then come back. But Will Trainor's death is so heartbreaking because it wasn't really caused by of old age. It was by choice, after him becoming paralyzed. Will feels like the life he once had before, it's gone, he's never getting it back. He's never getting a taste of it. But then he meets Louisa Clark, and for the first time in a long time, he smiles again. She brings him color, laughter, and hope back into his mind. And you watch him fall in love, and you start to believe, love might actually be enough to change his mind. But that what makes it hurt. Even though he loves Louisa, Will still chooses to end his life. It's not just sad because he dies, it's because he chooses to leave the one person who made him want to stay. But thank you guys for watching, it means a lot. Thank you for the support, likes, and comments. Leave one of the saddest deaths you had to watch in movies or TV shows or in fiction, Leave a comment, subscribe if you want to. Thank you for everything. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.